gives me chills still.
That's when all hell broke loose.
I felt just as bad when 9/11 happened, you know.
All right, so what was your initial reaction when you heard about the hostage situation in the Olympics?
It's very hard to remember. It was like 30 years. It gives me chills still. I'm getting them right now just talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were all disappointed, at least I was, in the way the Germans handled the hostage situation. They evidently weren't very experienced. And, you know, we know what happened afterwards when they tried to intercept the helicopter, whatever it was. But basically, I was hoping that they would try to stall for time so that the Mossad from Israel would get in there, because we all felt that the Israeli Secret Service would do a better job than anybody in the world.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then were you inclined to continue watching the Olympics after the situation was resolved? Did, like, your attitude towards it change?
Partially. I don't think we were enthusiastic about it as when I first started.
I don't think so.
Of course, the other thing, too, is that Mark Spitz was the big medal winner on the Olympics in swimming. He won, I think, 7 gold medals.
Yeah.
And he was Jewish.
Right.
And they asked him to leave, or they got him out of there right after the Israeli athletes were assassinated or killed, because they were afraid something may happen to him since he was Jewish. You know, it looked very good if the Palestinians who could kill him also.
But that is, in terms of the leadership of the International Olympic Committee, and this past Olympics was the 40th anniversary of Munich. And a lot of people tried to get them to observe a minute of silence in memory of the Munich massacre, and the Olympic Committee refused to do it.
Yeah, I heard about that.
International Olympic Committee. And of course, Israel is not well liked, so that goes along with the the Palestinian group. They were called the Black September group, I think, because.
Yeah. Do you think that the hostage situation took away from the sporting aspect of the Olympics? Like, it was less focused on?
Oh, of course it did.
Okay.
I remember even the TV announcers in the United States. First, the United States wanted to have the Olympics suspended, I think, and then the Olympic Committee decided not to have that. And I think the only thing they did was delay it one day. And that was not so much for love of the Israelis that were killed, but mainly for logistics, in a sense of getting things set up again for the continuation of the Olympics.
Okay.
I felt just as bad when 9/11 happened, you know.
Well, but as soon as you said the 1972 Olympics, I said, was that the Munich Olympics?
So can you tell me what you remember about the 1972 Munich Olympics?
At that time, I was stationed at the Army War College in Carlisle Barracks, Pennsylvania, and we heard all the things that were going on through Jim McKay, who was the big-time announcer. He's no longer around, but he was the announcer for the Olympics. And so we listened to him, but it was only kind of a delayed thing because of the time difference in where we were in Germany. While they held them hostage, there were some negotiations going on between the Palestinians and the German police people. So they said, okay, you can take your hostages out to an airport outside of Munich. And they did. But when they got out there, that's when all hell broke loose. And they killed 11 Israeli contestants in the Olympics.
Okay, so did you think that the Olympics should have been postponed, or do you think they should have continued on during?
No. That was the thing that came up, and they said, no, we're not going to postpone the Olympics. We're going to go ahead and do that.
And then, were you closely following the Olympics before the massacre, or did you start paying attention once the massacre occurred?
No, we were watching the Olympics because it was in Germany, and because we had we always watch the Olympics, and this thing came up, and it was awful. It really was.
So once the stories about the massacre happened, did you stop following the other events on the Olympics, or did you continue to watch them?
Oh no. We continued to watch, and it was gratifying, the fact that they did not let that deter the other going on as the Olympics. And the Olympics went on in spite of that.
Did what was happening in the Munich affect your lives here in America?
It's just really the first time that terrorist thing really happened. That we never, back then we didn't really have terrorist attacks that often. And so it was kind of new, so it really didn't affect me. I was in 8th grade at the time. It really didn't affect me then.
Did you feel like the Olympics should have gotten postponed, or do you agree that they continued like they did?
I don't know. I think thinking back now, probably should have postponed it. Should have just stopped it.